NBC Sports World back in the house. I'm your host, Luther Dupree. Got a packed house. Hall of Famer, Claudia Rosano, Smoking Jim, Ralph, RW Media, Fillmore, Big Rome. What's going on, fellas? I'm hyped.
What's happening? Great time of the year.
Best time of the year. Jim, you with us?
Yes, sir.
All right,
Yes,
Jim,
sir.
you kind of quiet. Hey, what's up, Ralph? What's going on with you?
Not much. How are you guys tonight, man? It's great. It's football season, college football, the high school football, the NFL. Tomorrow night it starts. So,
Yeah, Big
See
Rome is in the streets somewhere, man. Make that money, man. Make that money. Listen, man, I heard some bad news, man. Shady Side Academy is forfeiting their game against Clairton. They're claiming they don't have enough players. They've got too many injuries. That's a disgrace. Shady, I don't know what the coach. They got a new coach. Yes, they have some injuries, but you have 35 players. Maybe some were injured, but you got to play. McKeesport had to play without the number 10 running back and 2 linemen. They got smacked by Peters Township, but they showed up. They lost, but they showed up. Shady Side Academy, you're the biggest loser this week for not showing up. The players want to play.
That's a prominent high school
Coach,
program.
I talked to some of the players, and they're upset that they're not able to play.
Wow.
You have
That's
35.
sad.
Yes, you have some injuries, but you have more than 11 players that can play. They don't want to go to Clairton after Clairton just beat Sierra Catholic 79-0, and I don't like it. That's not what sports is about. Smoking Jim, I was upset about that.
He's going to lose that team.
He's going to lose the team, right? I've talked to players who are upset. They want to play.
Hey, Luther, who was the team last year that had some? There was some off the field issues, and they were suspended. They only had like 12 players.
Westinghouse, and they won 68-0.
Right.
And they played.
11, you can play. So
I've never heard of a high school team. I've never heard of a high school team forfeiting.
Look, and they won 68-0 playing Iron Man.
Yeah, Westinghouse.
Yes.
You know, but I mean, that's the type of heart you need, man. This is high school football. You only get 8 or 9 games. Go ahead and play. You know, somebody might make a play go viral. You never know what could happen. But if
You know what? If I'm the administration there, Luther, if I'm the administration there, guys, I'd fire this guy immediately. I mean, because we're forfeiting the game. I'd fire him. I'd be like,
you know what I always tell my players if we're a big underdog, let's do something you can tell your grandkids about. You know, pull something. And Luther, talk about upsets. Don't make me pull out my shirt.
Oh, there you go. No, we don't need that. Underground is up. Underground. Make sure you subscribe to Underground Sports Show. We got a great sports show, and we got JMD 0324 in the house. A Ravens fan. He always come in here with some Ravens crap. What's up, JMD? In there early. Hey, give us a call, 412-530-5063. Hey, let's start it off. We got a huddle up. Claudia, what do you got for us in the huddle up, buddy?
You know, Fillmore and I were talking before the show about building a team. And Fillmore mentioned, we were both talking about the Steelers where they had the quarterback and they had the backs, they had the offensive line, how they built that dynasty of the 70s. And I know Jim and I have talked about Tex Schramm, the Dallas Cowboys, or how any team builds to a championship team. And it's not just the best players, it's the best personalities, just the best people for that particular coach, that system. And I don't see that anymore. I'm sure it's out there. Maybe I should do a little more research on it. But that is so important. I remember when Bill Parcell one time said, if I'm going to cook the meals, I should be able to buy the groceries. Years ago, I was presented with an opportunity to be a director of player personnel for a team that was coming here locally. It never materialized. The team never came here. But I was so excited to build a team. And so whoever wins a championship, be it in baseball, hockey, basketball, football, don't forget about the GM. Don't forget about the director of player personnel. Yes, the coach is big time, obviously, the horses. But who got those horses? And it's really a team effort. You know, I would say from the top down. And obviously the Pirates aren't doing that. Not to bring them up again, but it is so important to build the team and for the coach and the GM and or the player, director of player personnel to be on the same page and get the right people to play for your team. So I was just something I was thinking about and just wanted to share that.
Absolutely. All right, Smoker Jim, what you got for us? Smoker Jim.
Hey, thanks, Lou.
We ain't wake you up, did we?
Manning got a better chance of winning the Heisman than Caleb Johnson got in front of for 1,000 yards. Caleb Johnson can't run, he can't catch, he can't fast block, and he got the balance of Bill Hillgrove after midnight. Hey, listen, get these guys good or get him gone. I would get rid of Caleb Johnson right now. He don't deserve a helmet on Sunday. I get rid of Palmer Hayward. I get rid of Will Howard, and I definitely get rid of Yogi Bear of a first-round draft choice. Derek Harmon.
Wow. Smoking Jim. All right, coming with it early. You've been on these guys all year. Listen, mine is short and sweet, man. We had college football opening up, and already, can we put this to rest? Arch Manning's Heisman campaign ended August 2025. Listen, this guy's the most hyped guy.
No.
He's the only quarterback from 2A that has come up number one. He played 2A in 4 games. They're saying he's the Heisman. He's going to be the number one pick. Come on, man. I have some footage I'm going to show you guys, and you can't tell me this is worthy of being the number one recruit coming out. All right, this is some exclusive footage, man. Check out who he was playing against, man. This is pitiful, man. I mean, these guys look like they never played. This is his highlight, And no guy. Look at this guy's walking. Come on, man.
They're not even chasing.
Guys falling. Come on, man. Listen. Claudia, you could have threw for 4,000 yards against these guys, man. Small 2A, the only 2A that was number one coming out in the last 25 years was Arch Manning and Terrell Pryor. Terrell Pryor, his tape was nothing like this. These guys looked like they were doing recreation. They didn't want to tackle. Look at this guy, 70. Who's he going to catch? He just stopped running. Just stop.
But Luther, let me ask you, who are the people who are touting him to be a Heisman candidate? Reporters. Am I right or am I wrong?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and really, what do they know? I mean, do they, as Fran Tarkenton would say, did they have their hands in the soil? All these guys know is stats, and they get stuck on a name. That's it. And they don't look at, like we've talked about before in boxing. Okay, we've seen guys with great records, but who did they go up against? Then we've seen some guys like Evander Holyfield or Vinny Paz who lost 10 fights. So Holyfield lost 10 fights. But look who they fought. I mean, they fought Hall of Famers, okay? And they beat Hall of Famers, but they also lost to some big time people. So, I don't get caught up in what those people say. I just don't.
I mean, he played 2A high school and played 4 quarters, and then immediately he was the number one candidate for the Heisman and supposed to be the number one quarterback in 2026. I didn't see any of it. I think he can be a decent quarterback, but he's nowhere near. All the hype, it didn't match. I mean, he had Ohio State. He was missing wide open guys. Didn't look good. Just let him play ball. Don't put him in the Heisman until he's ready. 4 quarters. I didn't think he was that great last year. He couldn't beat out Ewers. We'll see what happens, but he needs a lot of development. He does not need to come out this year. And, once again, another player gets exposed.
Last thing on that, Luth, on my end, when Joe Namath came up, when he was at a college thing, who touted him to be the guy? Chuck Knox, Al Davis, John Madden. Al Davis said when he walked on the field, he said the field tilted because of Namath. Guys who knew the game, Sid Luckman, okay, or Dan Marino whenever he played. Look who said how great that kid is going to be. It wasn't just reporters. They put their 2 cents in, but actual experts. Who's saying this guy was going to be big time? I didn't hear any big time names saying. At least I didn't hear it.
Yeah,
it's name only. That's
name
the
only.
bottom line.
A lot of these guys get it on name only, and they're not doing the work.
He's a Manning. His grandfather's Archie Manning. I mean, come on. I mean,
Right. But hey, his dad wasn't Peyton or Eli. He was the one that didn't make it to the league.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that's a fact. That's a fact. We'll see. I hope it works out for the kid, but let him improve. But I did see the catch of the year.
That was amazing.
Miami. That was an amazing catch. And I have to give some credit, no credit to Aiden Schuler, the defensive safety who let this guy. You got to blow him up if the guy stretched out like that. He thought the interception was going to drop in his hands, and he should have blew him up. If it were me, he would have been on the bench immediately after that play. Jim, your thoughts on that before we get to what we're here to talk about, the Miami game to catch?
Well, first of all, the convicts versus the Catholics. But first of all,
oh gosh,
Arch Manning, one of the best I've ever seen.
Oh my God!
Arguably the greatest quarterback in NFL history is John Elway, and I was at his first game at Three River Stadium when they benched him for Steve DeBerg because it was so loud. He was confused by the defense. He couldn't get his feet set. He looked like he never played quarterback before in his life. Hey, listen, you're playing at Ohio State. It's the loudest stadium in the country. You know what I mean? The band is dotting the I. Can't hear your first-time signal caller on the road in that kind of environment. No, listen, I would not put Heisman out of his reach. I think he's
it's out of his reach.
The rest of, I would not put it out of his reach. Miami, first of all, it don't look like they missed your boy, who I wouldn't have grabbed.
Cam Ward, Carson Beck was Carson Beck. He got saved a couple times. He should have had a couple picks that game. Those receivers were outstanding.
That's not a good quarterback. He's like 30 years old, and he's just like Claudio Caldo. He's a young man. I thought he was out of football. His teeth is already.
Oh man! Now you're on his team.
Wow.
You know what? I understand what Jim is saying about the Elway opener. I remember that where he lined up under the guard and all that kind of stuff. But you could see that Elway had a rocket arm. He had great feet, and you could hang your hat on that guy. What can you hang your hat on with Arch Manning? What does he do so well?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Another thing, everybody, that you have to look at is Matt Patricia is the defensive coordinator for Ohio State. And in case a lot of people don't know who he is, he worked under Bill Belichick as his top defensive coordinator. I know he stunk as a head coach in the NFL, but he's always been a good coordinator.
Hey, you know who else had a better first game than Arch Manning? T. Martin. Freaking T. Martin had a better first game than Arch Manning. Let's put T. Martin in the Heisman Trophy race.
Oh my goodness!
I forgot all about it.
Everyone did.
From the past.
Oh my goodness, T. Martin.
I heard T. Martin's coming back to the Steelers. He's going to be he's going to hand out Gatorade. That's what I heard.
Listen, you say that, but T. Martin did something that Peyton Manning couldn't do.
He got the chip.
Yes.
Beat Florida, so listen. Let's jump into this, man. We had the big game, Steelers versus Jets. Big Rome, you've been kind of quiet. Let's let you jump in first. Your thoughts on this. Right now, Steelers are favored, I believe, 2.5. Give me your thoughts on this game.
It's going to be a good game, I think, for us as far as the Steelers. They're saying that the Jets starting left tackle is not going to play. He actually might be out for the season. So that puts more fuel on the fire for us to fire up these defensive linemen, let the linebackers flow, and let the cornerbacks lock up. The thing I really want to see is if the offense that was being displayed all during the preseason with the second string and the third string quarterbacks, are they going to let Rodgers play like that, or are they going to try to protect him early in the season by playing 2 and 3 tight end sets? So I'm intrigued on their game plan, but I think it's a game that we should win. I think we should win easily, to be honest with you. They have a formidable defensive line, the Jets do, and they have a great shutdown corner. But past that, I don't see any elevation above the Steelers that we can't conquer.
Okay. All right. Hey, all right, let's stay on that topic. Jets preview. Ralph, I know you might have to jump off real quick. Your thoughts on that game?
Well, I think the Steelers are going to win 17-7 because I think the first team offense is going to be flat because they haven't been out to play. So, I mean, we'll find out what they do, but I think they win. It's going to be 17-7. That's my score. And I think the Jets with Aaron Glenn, it's going to be a tough road to hoe for him this year. Of all the coaches in the league, other than Kellen Moore, I think he's probably going to have the most road to hoe as far as the Jets go. They're a messed up organization. They've never been they haven't been to a championship game since the last one I remember was Rex Ryan probably and Herm Edwards. They've had some awful coaches. This is Aaron Glenn's debut. Let's see what he does. I'm not sold on him, but we'll see what happens. I think the Steelers win 17-7.
Okay. All right, Smoker Jim, let's jump back to you. We'll circle back to Claudio. Jim, your thoughts?
The Pittsburgh Steelers are definitely going to win, but if the Jets had any kind of coaching, they would beat the Steelers. Listen, Aaron Glenn can't coach, but the Steelers got a soft and cheesy defense. And what the Jets do well, they run the ball. Brees is a heck of a running back. Allen's a heck of a running back. And don't forget, Justin Fields ran for 1,000 yards in one season. So the Jets can attack the Pittsburgh Steelers with a ground game, and we know the Pittsburgh Steelers fold up, soft and cheesy, and they don't like to be run at. They don't like to get smacked in the mouth. I think that T.J. Watt is worth about $50 million a year. A hometown discount. He's playing against a rookie right tackle. You got to say the left tackle's out. So that appears well for the Pittsburgh Steelers, but running the ball. And don't forget, Justin Fields got his favorite receiver from Ohio State on that team. So if the Jets get any kind of coaching from Aaron Glenn, which I think he'll be fired after one season.
Dang, one season?
The Jets, 43% get fired after the first season. And he's right in the 43% now. But if they get any kind of coaching, it should be Pittsburgh. But I think Pittsburgh will win that game.
Okay. Yeah. As I look at this, and first we got to talk about Jaylen Warren. Jim, you weren't high on him. He got his contract. I'm happy for him. I think he deserves it. Hard worker. I think he could have a solid game this one. I look for him to get one touchdown, but I think it's going to be a close game. The offense, I think, is going to struggle a little bit. The Jets have a solid defense, like you said. I like their defensive line. They have Sauce Gardner. Him and DK Metcalf is going to be a matchup I'm going to keep an eye on. We'll see if they match him up one-on-one a lot. I think DK can get him, but I see a 20-17 game, very close. I don't think Justin Fields has improved his passing enough. I saw some of the highlights. He didn't look great in the preseason, and I think his receivers are average at best. I do like Garrett Wilson, but outside of him, I don't think there's a lot. The running game is solid. I think we're going to see Y.A. Black make a big difference, and Hayward's going to play, I believe.
Yes.
He's been practicing. He's probably but the game is here, and I do believe he's going to play. He's not going to be looking for that bag anymore. I think they'll work something out. So I have him 2017, very close game. We do have some people in here. Who to go? What's going on? Who to go? Who the GOAT says he got Steelers 30, Jets 17. Okay.
I like that. Who the GOAT? I like that.
All right. Philmo, did you go?
Oh, no, not yet. So Aaron Glenn's he's a blitz happy type of coach. He's going to blitz, and he's going to learn quickly in the first second quarter that you don't blitz Aaron Rodgers. He's going to carve him up. Now, I think the Steelers are going to play the Jets the same way they played Lamar Jackson. He's going to run the ball. Him and Breece Hall, they're going to hit him. They're going to hit him. Okay. And I don't see the Jets scoring more than 17, honestly. And the defense is going to get a pick or fumble, and they're going to either score or put the offense in position to score. So I see who to go. I see you 30-17. That's what I'm calling.
Okay. Oh man. Okay. All right, Claudia, your thoughts.
I'm glad you didn't forget about me, Luther.
You thanks for not crying like Jim. I appreciate that.
You know what? I'm going opposite of everybody. I like Aaron Glenn a lot. I always have. I think he's as close to a Mike Singletary attitude as there is. And then he's not going to put up with anything. I like him a lot. Now, as far as their offense, they argue that Allen, Hall, don't forget about Isaiah Davis is tough. Fields can run. They're going to run a lot, obviously. And that when they run a lot, their receivers don't have to be great. Garrett Wilson's good. Smith is pretty good. And Lazard. Okay, and they got that rookie tight end Taylor, I believe, right? Mason Taylor. I think he's starting for them. I like their offense. I think they're going to win the game 26-17. I think the Steelers are going to come out flat. There's going to be a lot of bad timing issues. I still don't know anything about the offensive line. Now, Fillmore made a great point about blitz happy Glenn. And yes, Aaron Rodgers is one of the best at it. But when you are when the blitz is coming at you, timing is very important. Letting go of that ball, making sure the receiver's in the right spot. I don't know if they're going to be. So I think they're defensively. I like them defensively. I like their DBs. You mentioned Sauce Gardner. He's tough. They have a good defensive line. I think they're very solid. I think if anybody, again, Fillmore was talking about at the beginning of the game about some breakout players. I think the Jets are going to surprise some teams. I'm not saying they're going to win the Super Bowl or anything like that, but they're going to be hell to play, especially that first game. So in New York, and Justin Fields has a lot to prove as well. Maybe not a lot to prove, but maybe he wants to show some people up. And I don't know. I just there's a lot. I don't know how many good things I can say about the Steelers that first game. TJ Watt, I think he'll have a good first half and he'll fade. Cam Hayward, I don't like what's going on there. And then last thing, if the Jets run the ball, that TJ Watt is going to be coming out of the game because he's going to be winded. And then that's where they may do some passing, some short passes, things of that nature. But I like the Jets this game 26-17.
Wow. Okay. All right. We're keeping track of that. All right,
Luther.
Yeah. Go ahead.
20-6, Pittsburgh.
20-6.
6.
Yes.
Okay. All right. 2 field goals. All they go and get. All right. Hey, we got.
That's Frank.
It. What's up, Frank? He said Jets stinks. Fields will have 2 picks. All right. Hey, that's another thing. I think Jalen Ramsey, may get one this game. I think he's going to be all over the field. He's been waiting for this. He knows that AFC East division, and I think he's going to be a monster, man. I think that's going to really pay dividends. Listen, your thoughts on Jaylen Warren's contract? Does that now? I know what you're saying, Jim. Does that look bad on Caleb Johnson? Do you think that's a knock on him, or what? Listen, I've always been high on Jaylen Warren. I thought he should have got more carries when Cyclops was here. Cyclops. But I think the Steelers know it. They've been hiding him on the bench. He's ready. Najee's vision was bad when he had 2 good eyes. I don't know how it's going to be now after that fireworks incident. But I'm glad about it. They got him for a great price, and I think he's going to show a lot of people up, man. Your thoughts, Jim? I know you talked about the running back, but what about Jalen Warren? That contract, very team friendly.
Well, listen, I don't know where you get that I didn't like Jalen Warren. I always liked him even back in college. I thought he was an exceptional running back, and I think he earned that contract. My only knock against him was he wasn't better than Najee Harris, and they were a good 1-2. They were a good 1-2 punch. I don't know why you break that up, but that was a good contract. But it definitely was a reflection of Caleb Johnson. Listen, the guy already lost his kickoff return job. You know what I mean?
He's still back there. It'll be him and Kenneth Gainwell.
Hey, listen. The guy almost got his head knocked off in 3 different games because he runs with his nose straight up in the air. Listen, the guy should not get a helmet on game day. He's not the third best running back on that football team. Like Claudia always said, no matter how you get there, where you come from, you should have the best players playing. And Caleb Williams is far. He's a liability.
Caleb Johnson, a rookie. I think he'll be. I think he will. He's going to show you something.
Well, Billy Sims was a rookie. O.J. Simpson was a rookie. Gail Sears was a rookie. Ed Hall was rookie of the year in the Pro Bowl. So either you go.
All right. Hey, listen. All right. Well, we'll see. But I'm just happy for Jalen. I mean, he's the hardest worker on the team, and I think it's well deserved. Huh? He's the hardest worker on the team. He worked his way up from JUCO to all these schools, to undrafted, till he has a 3-year contract. Come on, Jim.
He works so his work ethic is old. He ain't the hardest worker. He ain't Rocky Blau. Here, come on, Lou.
Hey, listen. Let me show you something. I knew you might have something to say. But have you played running back, right, Jim? You played running back, not well, but you played running back, right? but did you ever pull? Look at this guy, man. He's pulling the whole soccer goals, running up hills. This guy's the hardest worker on the team, man, and he deserves it. He is the hardest worker. I don't see anybody else doing this, Jim. Hey, he was doing that too. Hey, he's uphill. He's a beast. He's a beast. Yeah, man.
You're only as good as your offensive line, so we'll see what the offensive line does.
That's true.
You have a point, unless you're Barry Sanders.
But Fillmore, you agree with me? I think that's a great contract. I think it's well deserved. I mean, he's put in the work.
I think it's a great contract. He earned all of his money. He earned it. He bulked up. Now all we need him to do is keep the ball in his hands. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I'm with you. I wish we would have had more carries in the game, because it was the perfect Bam Morris and Willie Pegram. You know what I mean? It was a perfect balance between those two. But now he's going to be the primary guy, and I need Caleb Johnson to be the bigger guy now. So I think it's well deserved. He looks great. He's explosive. He got hands. Now we got at least 2 running backs that can catch out the backfield and block. I'm with it, man. I'm rooting for Jalen all day. Matter of fact, Jalen's getting the Pro Bowl. Probably not first. 2. He'll be second running back. Pro Bowl. Second running back.
Okay. I like that. All right. Hey, I'm high on him. All right. Claudio. Surprised, or do you think
he's a weapon, okay? And what I always use the Bill Walsh O.J. Simpson comment when Chuck Knox traded O.J. to San Francisco from Buffalo. Walsh said he's not the O.J. of old. We have to put O.J. in a position to succeed. By giving Jalen Warren, is he going to get 20, 25 carries a game? That's not going to work. He's a great weapon. Sean Rodriguez, the guy who played for the Pirates, he was good, as long as he didn't get over 300 at bats, or maybe 275, 280 at bats was the max, then he didn't do as well. He was exposed. He just wasn't built for that. Some guys could bat 600 times. They're going to bat 300 for you. Okay. Rodriguez was one of those guys. Some guys can carry the ball, 25. Fillmore mentioned Barry Sanders, Earl Campbell, Franco, those guys. Your number one guy should be able to carry the ball at least 20 to 25 times a game and get about 4.5 yards a carry. Is he going to do that? I don't know. I don't think so. Again, he's been a great weapon, but now they're asking him to be the dog, and I don't know if he's got that in him. Why they gave him a contract? They didn't have to. I mean, maybe they want to reward him, and that's fine. Good for him. I'm glad for him. But again, as far as playing time is concerned, getting 20, 25 touches a game, I don't know if he's going to be as successful.
Wow. Man, okay. I'm glad. I mean, Ralph, your thoughts?
I agree sort of what Claudio has to say, but wow. I'm a show me guy. I mean, he was a third down back and spelled off Najee Harris. All right, that's all he did. Show me you can be the starting running back, and then I'll give you a contract. Okay, show me. I want to see what he can do as a starting running back. Remember, he only spelled off Najee Harris on third down and whatnot. He was not a consistent, steady running back. He only came in and spelled off. Let's see if he has the endurance. Let's see what he can do, and then I'll give you a contract. Just like I did with T.J. Watt. I said, let him play out his last year of his contract, and let's see if he lasts a whole season without an injury. Then I'll give you your $50 million. Remember I said that when the T.J. Watt thing. Same thing with Jaylen Warren here. I mean, to me, he's unproven as a starter. Unproven right now.
Wow.
All right?
Wow. Okay.
I mean, I like the guy. Like you said, Luther, he has a good work ethic, but it's just a concept. I want to see what he can do as a starting running back.
Okay. All right, Big Rome, your thoughts on this?
I'm a big fan of Warren. So when I look at his contract, it's a team-friendly deal. So the money shouldn't reflect on whether he should have, did he deserve it or not. What he is he's in the system. And he's a bowling ball. So when you're talking about quick hitting plays, that's what I look for and the type of running back that you're looking for. And I'm appreciative of what he brings to the table. He's hard hitting. He gets his nose into it, and he's a really hard runner, and he can catch the ball. The only problem I have with him is that he has a propensity from time to time to put the ball on the ground. Past that, I am very happy for us signing him to a 3-year deal because team-friendly wise, it's not that big of a deal. If he gets off the rails, it's a contract that you can get away from, and it won't be that big of a hit. Because we're probably going to keep him next year, and the year after that is the year that you have to worry about whether we're going to keep him or not. So I don't think it's a big deal. I think it's good, and I don't think it's I don't think it's a problem when it comes to whether it's an indictment on Johnson or not, because Johnson is just a rookie. What you want is capable people behind there. You don't want to have to bring somebody in the next year that's not in the system, and you got to bring them up to speed on what's going on. You got somebody that's already here. So you want to sign somebody like that to a team-friendly contract that's already in the system. Now, if Johnson becomes otherworldly, then you have two good people. And Warren could go back to the position that he was if Johnson blows it out the water. And if Johnson doesn't blow out the water, you still have a person in the system that knows what he's doing. And you know what type of effort he's going to bring to the table, especially after this year. So I like
Jim made some good points, but I like what Jim said about Billy Sims was a rookie, OJ was a rookie, Franco was a rookie. I like that. And Rome makes a good point too. But I was thinking though, when Rome was talking, if Warren, as far as the contract's concerned, and I don't care about the contract, whether they sign him, that's fine. I'm talking about the actual playing time. I don't think he's going to be a number one guy. But if he does have a good season, you don't think he's going to do a hold in?
No, I don't think he learned anything from Cam. I think he's happy. I think he's ready to go.
And if he does have a good season next year, he's going to want more money. So the contract, as far as it being team friendly is concerned, I think, for this year, next year, if he does have a good year this year, he's going to do a hold in.
Okay. All right. We're going to see. Listen. All right. We got our scores out. Let's quickly talk about this Micah Parsons trade because, the Steelers do play Green Bay this year. They're going to have to deal with a Micah Parsons. I think once again, Jerry Jones dropped the ball on this. I think they should have either traded him before the draft, but the way they did it was completely wrong. He didn't meet with the agent, and now Parsons is going with a power. I think Green Bay. I had them winning NFC North. I think Detroit. So your thoughts on that, Smoker Jim? Was it a good trade? And do you think Jerry Jones dropped the ball on that?
First of all, I got some experience in Green Bay. I used to take a train every year, and used to go to Chicago, Milwaukee, and Green Bay. And there's not one black barber shop in Green Bay. Hey, listen.
Barbershop?
Oh, man.
Parsons' hair. You talk about a man who had his hairstyle like, come on, Jim.
I think the Dallas Cowboys have the best out of this deal. $88 million. Listen, there was a guy in Claudio will tell you, one of the best wide receivers in NFL history was a guy named John Jefferson. He was in Green Bay and died. Green Bay might have the leading sacker of all time, doesn't have over 80 sacks. When the frozen gets frozen, you can't get footing. Micah Parsons is a speed rusher, and you're talking about the frozen tundra. And Coach will let you know the Pittsburgh Steelers used to freeze the sideline so that Cliff Branch, Chris fast, and that. Hey, look. Micah Parsons is already wearing a sweater and a skull cap, and it's August. Listen, I got a lot of relatives that are black, and none of them like cold weather. And he don't like cold weather either. I think he's going to Green Bay, and I think it's going to be the worst thing in his career. Look at Eric Dickerson when he went to Indianapolis. You know what I mean? There's guys, the Herschel Walker trade. I think the Dallas Cowboys came away with 4 first-round picks, 2 from Green Bay and the 2 that they already have. They got a player, and I think the Dallas Cowboys next year is going to draft a quarterback in the first round and get rid of my man, Dak Prescott. Here first.
Wow. Okay. All right. Big Ro, your thoughts? This trade. Did it surprise you? First of all, Big Ro. All right, looks like we lost Big Ro. Fillmore.
I think it's an amazing trade. I mean, the trade for Green Bay. because they got a can of beans for potential. You know what I mean? Like they was like, all right, I'll give you one of the best defenders in the league, and I'll take potential back. He's 26. He's 26. He's the best defender under 30. He's catapults the Green Bay Packers from 7 last year, and I bet you they're going to be the top 3 in the NFC this year. Top 3. He catapults them that much. Scary to have him there. Scary. Yeah, he's that much.
All right. We got Frank Jackson. He said Jones dropped the ball. Packers might win the Super Bowl just like Reggie White. Okay. Yeah, the Reggie White trade did. Yeah. All right, Claudia, your thoughts on this trade?
I like what Jim said when he said he has a lot of relatives that are black. That's a great line. Anyway,
oh, crap.
The thing that, again, I always go old school. Why would you trade a guy like that to a rival, I mean, somebody who may get you out of the Super Bowl. In other words, somebody in the same conference.
Right.
I didn't understand that. That one I didn't
I
get.
thought he was going to Raiders or something, or Buffalo, not Green Bay.
Right.
Over there. Exactly.
They could have got better offers for him than what they got.
So, and the other thing that I kept thinking about is he wasn't going to pay him. I think after the Dak Prescott signing, I think he's scared because I think that was a bad signing. Maybe he's afraid to pull a trigger on something like that. That's the only thing I can think of. But that was bad to trade him to Green Bay. And the first thing I thought about besides that was, man, we paid Dak all that money, and for what? So, I think it was a great move for Green Bay. That was a game changer. You hear that phrase a lot. This guy's a game changer. No, this guy is a game changer. I'm with Fillmore. I mean, this is a big time move. But Jim does have a point as far as the service is concerned. But they'll fix that. I know where Jim's coming from. But great move for Green Bay, and this really jumps them up quite a bit. I don't know how. I mean, am I going to say they're the favorite? I was still going to go with Philly, but if Philly's the favorite, Green Bay is right there.
He went to Penn State. He know cold weather. He played at Penn State.
Right.
True.
That's true. Good point, Fillmore. I don't know where Jim is going with this.
I got to stop agreeing with Jim, I think.
Hey, who to go this back in? He said Micah not worth no damn $47 million. Okay, that's a lot. That's
you know what, Louis? Like you said about the quarterback. The quarterback has the ball in his hands all the time, and you said Watt wasn't worth his money because he's not in every play. So I get that. But again, back to what Fillmore said, this really jumps Green Bay up tremendously.
I believe so too. They're gonna. That's what they were missing. They had Rashawn Gary on the other side, who's a nice defensive end. Now you put that guy, a generational guy, who's keeping up with Reggie White numbers, 12 sacks his first 4 years. Huge move.
He's 26.
Yeah.
Myles Garrett, TJ 30, and they got 40 plus million. So yes, he's worth the 47 million because he's 26.
Right, but
that's a great point.
Those two.
That's a great point. I'd say this is also that's a great point by Fillmore, but this is getting Parsons to Green Bay and jacking them up is pretty much what you did, Luther, by having me on the show and Ralph on Sports Corner. It jacks up the show.
Hey, Big Ralph,
that's right.
I want to get your thoughts on this trade, Micah Parsons.
Here's the thing, man, and it's make no mistake about it. I'm the antithesis of a Dallas fan, so anytime that I see Dallas do something foolish, it makes me happy. There's nothing else that makes me happy in this world. There is no GM on the history of mankind that can go with 30 years of blunders that Jerry Jones have done and still have a job. It's ridiculous. Mm-hmm. He's been getting burnt for I don't know how long. He waits too long to sign people, and when he does, it's above market value. Now all of a sudden that he want to wait for a ridiculous amount of time to sign Parsons, and when Parsons want to get out, somebody wants to make a stink about him making $47 a year. It's above market value, but it won't be above market value for long. So it's a talk piece for this very second. But as soon as somebody else needs to get signed, that number is going to continue to go up. It's going to continue to go up. It's going to continue to go up. It's a crapshoot because he got 2 first-round draft picks. Guess where the draft pick is going to be? It's going to be in the late 20s to early 30s because they're going to be in the NFC Championship or they're going to be deep into the playoffs. So what kind of value are you going to get? This isn't back in the day, back in 1989. You're not going to see that. He struck gold that one time when he traded Herschel Walker. And if he want to put in his mind that he's going to recreate that, that is a very slim chance that that's going to happen. So I don't agree with Dallas winning this trade, and there's no bias against that. You got a generational talent who's 26 years of age, and as long as his back is in order, he's going to be wrecking teams for years. He changed He changed the scope of the NFC North with that signing right there.
Absolutely, yes.
Because
Rowan, that's a great point. As far as it looks good on paper. 2 number 1 draft picks. You hit it on the head. It's going to be low draft picks. Great point.
they're going to be low draft picks. Only half draft picks that they're going to get is probably Dallas's, because Dallas has turned into the NFC's version of Cincinnati at this point.
Yeah.
They're going to be firing. That's why I picked Homeboy. Like, I would never pick Dak Prescott in my entire life. But Dak Prescott, he's going to have to throw for 400 to 500 yards for them to have a chance every single game.
Yeah.
Because your defense is trash and they're going to be giving up a lot of points. They don't care who they sign. They're going to be.
Well, that's what I was talking about at the beginning of the show about building a team. You have to build it properly. And he's not building it properly. And there's precedents. There's other teams that have done that, like the Dolphins, with Marino. Here, Dan, go out and win it. What about a back? How about a defense? Okay. And he's not building the team. He never really did. I don't really think he did a great job building any of the teams. I think Jimmy Johnson did his thing. But nonetheless, this was not a good move. And you're right, Rome, as far as the 2 number 1 picks, that's not going to be worthy enough for that trade. And he's not building the team well. He just isn't.
Look at his best teams. His best teams had the best offensive line possibly in the history of football.
Yes.
For a small time. He had Russell Maryland. He had combined talent on their defensive line. That's when his team was great. As soon as everybody started getting injured and retiring, that's when his team started to tank. And him as a general manager did nothing for 30 straight years.
He got George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. That's like having John Morant and Gilbert Arenas on your basketball team. Someone going to get popped.
Great point. There you go.
I like that.
That's good. That's good, Fillmore.
I like that. Hey, listen, now we had a couple predictions as we get ready to wrap up here. Again, if anybody wants to jump in, 412-530-5063. All right, predictions. Who's your MVP? Smoking Jim. Who's your MVP?
Rookie of the year or MVP?
Well, okay, you can give me the MVP. I said MVP, but if you want to give rookie of the year, that's fine. Your MVP, Jim.
I'll do the MVP. Micah Parsons, these jock straps. They both played at Penn State. He's only getting $14 million a year, which is a travesty.
Right.
And Parsons getting $47 million. My MVP is always going to be Barkley, as long as he can jump backwards over somebody. He's my MVP.
All right, and who's your rookie of the year?
Rookie of the year is the big lip guy than Jacksonville.
Who, Travis Hunter? That you talk about?
Yeah.
What are you gonna call him the big lip?
God dang.
Dang, Jim. Jim, look at features and everything. Come on, Jim. All right, Travis Hunter. All right. Claudia, who do you have? MVP, rookie of the year.
MVP, Josh Allen.
Okay.
Rookie, Genty of the Raiders. I think he's going to have a good year.
Okay.
You also had Defensive Player of the Year.
Oh,
I'm going to go with Surtain in Denver. I always liked him. He's always there. I'm going to give it to him.
Okay. All right. Fillmore. Then we'll come to Rome. Who you have for your MVP?
Look, my MVP, man. I'm gonna go with Jim for the first one of the first times ever. I'm gonna give it to Saquon, man. I think Saquon is gonna have another dominant year. If you would have played that last game and got that 2,000 yards, I think he would have been this year's MVP. And now that he got the chip, he's going like, you know what? I'm going for myself this year. So he's getting the MVP offensive. Depoy, man. You know what? TJ Watt gonna get his back. TJ getting his Depoy back, man. But he's gonna fall off the cliff after that. Rookie of the year, Abdul Carter for the Giants, man. I think he's going to be amazing on that coming off that edge, man. He plays in a good quarterback division. He's going to be throwing the ball. He's going to be hitting Dayton Daniels a lot. Dak Prescott's going to be a statue back there. He's going to get tagged. Abdul Carter, man. That's my rookie of the year. Not the big lip kid. Not the big lip guy.
Big kid, man. Travis Hunter, man, put some respect on. All right, Big Row, what you got for us? MVP, Rookie of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year.
MVP, I think it's going to be back-to-back. It's going to be Josh Allen.
Oh, okay.
I think the Defensive Player of the Year, I think Gerard Verse. I think that
I like it.
come through and do a thing because the way he moves, it's ridiculous. I'm very impressed of his skill set. And he was working out with and he tried to work out with Aaron this year. So I want to see what he brings to the table on year 2. Travis Hunter, I think he's going to win the Rookie of the Year.
Okay. All right. I like that.
Hey, Luth, real quick. There was a list by ESPN. I think the top players in the NFL, and it was by reporters, and they had Barkley something like 17th, 18th.
Yeah,
it's like
that's horrible. That's horrible. That's why I like when the players pick, because you actually get to see who's really tops.
The players, the front office, coaches.
Yeah.
How the hell do you have Barkley as the 17th, 8th, and they had like an offensive lineman number 4? I mean, that's what I'm saying. These reporters, you cannot just report. Report. We don't want your opinion. Just say who won the game. Steelers won 20-10, and get the hell out. Let experts, real experts, say what's going on, because they muddy the waters. It's a joke. It's laughable.
Listen, man, I like all those choices. I think Lamar Jackson's getting MVP this year. I think he was kind of robbed last year. 41 touchdowns, 4 picks. I think he comes back and gets it. I think the receiving core is much improved because, not only do they have Zay Flowers, they picked up
Jair Alexander.
And they picked up LaJohntay Wester as well. So I think that receiving core is really going to help him quite a bit. Hold on one sec. And Rookie of the Year, I like Travis to do some big things. Man, I just messed up my pick. Hey, we do have LD on the line. LD, what's going on?
I wanted to call earlier, but I got detained.
All right.
I want to call and
the cops?
give my MVP.
Okay.
I think Lamar Jackson's going to be the MVP.
Okay.
And I think the best rookie will be Carter for the Giants, the linebacker.
Carter. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, we got 2 for Carter. All
right. From Penn State.
All right. Yeah. Hey, LD. Go ahead.
Just about the Steelers. I think the Steelers will win 24-14. As I always say, 3 touchdowns and a field goal. You can win a lot of games in the NFL.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
So I hope they win on Sunday.
All right. And what do you think about Jaylen Warren?
Now, I always rooted for him.
Uh-huh.
But I always thought he was injury prone. I hope I'm wrong, but we'll find out this year. I hope he has a good year.
Yeah, me too. Okay. All right, LD. It's always a pleasure, man. And you have a Rookie of the Year. You said your MVP, Rookie of the Year? Oh, you said Rookie of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year.
Watt. Our Watt.
TJ Watt. He's the only Watt left in the league now, right?
The only one left.
Hey, LD, appreciate you, man. Always calling in. That's a pleasure. I appreciate that. All right, LD. Hey, real quick, let's get your Super Bowl predictions. Division winner, Smoker Jim.
I forgot to give my MVP. Jalen Ramsey, I think, is going to win Defensive Player of the Year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Super Bowl pick, I would say I would not be surprised if the Dallas Cowboys get there this year.
Come on, Jim.
Chill out.
Getting MVP of the game, and I think that City may go again. So maybe the battle of back in the day when Kansas City played in Texas, the Texans versus the Dallas. So Kansas City versus Dallas for the chip.
Dallas. Oh my goodness. Come on. Just because you spent some time down there in Dallas, Jim, don't mean you got to pick them. Come on, man. That's it. All right. Any division winners you want to make note of? Or
yeah, I think that Derrick Henry broke the NFL single game rushing record against the Dolphins. He's the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. He'll run for 350 yards and put a record that's out of reach. The Ravens is going to win that division.
AFC North.
And I tell you what, man, it wasn't for them playing in Brazil. I think the San Diego Chargers would unseat the Kansas City Chiefs. But playing in Brazil, losing that game down there and losing the home game, I think that Kansas City will edge out San Diego a little bit. San Diego's absolutely loaded.
Los Angeles, but all right, you still call them San Diego. All right. Yeah. I think they're a little overrated. That quarterback, Justin Herbert, is nice, but I think he's a little overrated. But all right. I don't know where you came with that Dallas. Dallas is terrible. That's a horrible pick. All right, Claudia, who you got?
I'm going to say that some surprise teams are going to be Chargers. I think they're going to make a lot of noise. I think the Jets will make a lot of noise. Green Bay just jumped up some levels, but I'm going to go with Buffalo going to the Super Bowl against. I was thinking between San Francisco and Green Bay, but Phil Moore pushed me to go with Green Bay. Although I have San Francisco written down, so if it doesn't work, I'll blame Phil Moore. But I'm going to go with Buffalo, Green Bay. And Buffalo to win.
Okay.
Hey, Claudio, you my spirit animal today, right? Because I picked San Fran really to be the surprise team of the NFC, making a big jump, returning back to prominence in the NFC. But I do have San Fran losing to Detroit in the NFC Championship, and Detroit's going to play the Ravens. That's my Super Bowl.
Yeah, I like that. I think the Baltimore Ravens, I think Lamar Jackson, I think they've loaded up. Getting Starks from Alabama on that defense, I think that team is loaded, man. Derrick Henry, I think they're loaded. I think they're going to have home field advantage, and I think they're going to play Green Bay. Green Bay is going to win the NFC North over Detroit because Detroit lost their offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator. I think it'll be a Baltimore versus Green Bay Super Bowl. I think they upset the Philadelphia Eagles in a divisional round, and I think that's the Super Bowl right there. And I think Baltimore gets it done. Big Rome, close us out. What are your thoughts?
I think the Bills are going to win their division. The Ravens, Houston, and Kansas City. They'll round out the four in the AFC. And the NFC, I think, is going to be Philadelphia, Green Bay, Tampa Bay, and the LA Rams. All of those are going to win their division. I think that the Bills are going to play Philadelphia with Philadelphia running back-to-back.
Okay. All right. Back-to-back. All right, yeah. Only thing about Saquon, man, he ran for 2,000, yards. Could have broke the record. I just don't know if he could have that type of season. That's a lot of yards. We never seen anybody run 2,000 back-to-back. And he's had some injuries. So I'm not sure he's going to make it through. But he's, I saw that top 10. I agree with everybody on this list, but I think there's too many Bengals way too high. 4 and 6 in the top 10. I don't see that. I would move them down quite a bit on this list. But I'm cool with the first top 3. I think Mahomes is way too low at number 5. You got to put him at least number 4. But, hey, listen. I appreciate everybody who commented on the show. Big Rome, Phil Moore, Smoker Jim, Claudio. Make sure you check us out next Wednesday. We got a special guest on as we get ready for the Bud Crawford and the Canelo Alvarez fight. We have Joel wrote a book on a great heavyweight champion, Jack Johnson from years ago. So thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you check out the website and keep us posted. All right. Peace.